Every once in a while, a deal comes along. This deal can drastically change the market. On February 2nd, 2015, Staples purchased Power of Office Depot, forming one huge super titan in the market. We will be examining this deal through horizontal integration, financing corporations, and market structure. Horizontal integration is when a firm purchases power of another firm involved in producing the same good or service. There are many benefits of horizontal integration. These include economies of scale, economies of scope, and increased market power. Economies of scale is when a company increases its output. The cost of each additional output goes down. This is illustrated on the graph. As Staples increases its output, their cost per output will slowly go down. Economies of scale is also a very similar idea, as a company has a lower average total cost per output. This happens all the time as horizontal integration becomes more and more popular. The final advantage of horizontal integration is increased market power, as Staples will increase the amount of output and they have less competitors now. Horizontal integration proves that they have more power in choosing the price that they want and how many goods they want to provide at that price. The deal that took place on February 2nd cost almost $6.3 billion. Now, you may be asking yourself, how can Staples pay so much money? Where did they get all this money from? Well, the idea is that Staples issue shares and bonds, which are securities. Now, shares and bonds are how a corporation finances all of their operating activities. A share is a form of ownership. To buy into a company, there are two types of shares. The first share is a common share. Common share is usually for people who spend less money and still get ownership into a company. Common shares have some voting rights and are not guaranteed a dividend. On the other hand, the preferred share is when dividends are guaranteed at the end of each accounting period. Preferred shares also have more voting rights, as they get 3 votes per share compared to common shareholders who only get 1 vote per share. But preferred shares are also a bit more expensive. Now you may be asking yourself how I know which share is more expensive. Is it Staples share or Office Depot share? Well, each share is traded on a market. Now these markets go all around the world. There's a stock market in Hong Kong, there's a stock market in New York, there's a stock market in Toronto, there's a stock market in Australia. There are stock markets everywhere. Now these stock markets are a place where companies buy and sell shares. The price of a share is usually determined by the demand. Now there are 5 determinants that affect the demand of a particular share. The first determinant is population. An increase in population can definitely change how much people want to buy a particular share. The second determinant is income. As incomes increase or decrease, the demand for a share may go up or down. The third determinant is a change in the price of a substitute or complement share. Now, if Apple share is lower than Google share, some people may decide to buy Apple share instead of Google share, which would decrease the demand of Google share. The final 2 determinants of the demand are a change in taste and preferences and a change in expectations, which were both evident in this deal with Staples and Office Depot.
Created using Powtoon.